I've known this guy since I was 8 years old. Same street, same school, same everything. And last year, he asked me to be his best man. 6 weeks later, he told me I wasn't invited to the wedding. Not demoted, not, we're downsizing, uninvited. And the reason he gave me? It's just easier to keep the peace. Let me tell you exactly what happened. Jake and I grew up 5 houses apart. We were the kind of friends whose parents didn't knock, they just walked into each other's houses. We played Little League together. We got in trouble together. We failed our first algebra test together. When my dad lost his job in high school, Jake's family took me on their summer vacation so I wouldn't miss out. When his first girlfriend cheated on him, he slept on my couch for a week. This wasn't some casual friendship. This was 20 years. So when he met Emily about 3 years ago, I supported it. I really did. Was she my favorite person? No. She was polite, but distant. I always felt like I was being evaluated around her. Like I was a bad influence she was tolerating. But Jake seemed happy, and that's what mattered, or at least, I thought it did. Last year he proposed. A few months later, he took me out to dinner. At the end of the night, he got quiet. Serious. And he said, I want you to be my best man. I'm not exaggerating, I almost teared up. It felt like everything we'd been through meant something. Like no matter how much life changed, we were still us. I said yes immediately, and I went all in. I planned the bachelor party. I put deposits down on an Airbnb. Coordinated flights, group chats. I ordered a custom suit in their wedding colors. I even started writing the speech. I was proud. Honestly, I felt honored. Looking back, I think I cared more about that role than he did. About 6 weeks before the wedding, Jake called me. His voice sounded off. He asked if we could talk in person. I didn't think anything of it. I figured it was wedding stress. We meet up. He won't look at me. There's this long, uncomfortable silence. And then he says, so, there's been some changes to the wedding party. I laughed. I actually laughed and said, what, am I getting demoted? He didn't smile. He said Emily had been really stressed. Apparently she felt like I wasn't supportive of the relationship. She brought up a trip we took 2 years ago. A barbecue joke I barely remember. She thinks I encourage him to prioritize the boys. And then he says, she's uncomfortable with you being best man. Just like that, 20 years, downgraded to uncomfortable. I asked him who would take my place. Her cousin, a guy he's known for maybe a year. I'm sitting there thinking this has to be temporary. Maybe I'm stepping down but still attending. Then he says something I'll never forget. It might also be better if you didn't come at all. That sentence actually made my ears ring. I said, you're uninviting me? And he goes, it's just easier to keep the peace. I don't want tension on the wedding day. Keep the peace. Apparently, the easiest thing to remove from the equation was me. I had already spent over $1,000. Custom suit, bachelor party deposits, flight credits, time off work. Do you know what he said about that? Nothing. No offer to reimburse me. No, I'll cover what you spent. Just, I hope you understand I'm in a tough spot. A tough spot? He wasn't choosing between 2 emergencies. He was choosing between a 20-year friendship and avoiding an argument. And he chose convenience. That's what hurt the most. Not the wedding, not the title, the realization that I was optional. After that conversation, things got weird. Mutual friends stopped mentioning the wedding around me. One of them finally admitted Emily has never liked me. She thinks I'm immature because I'm single. She thinks I'm a bad influence because I encouraged Jake to take a spontaneous road trip after college. That's it. No cheating, no drugs, no drama. A road trip. The wedding happened. I found out through Instagram. There's her cousin, giving the best man speech. Jake is laughing like nothing happened. The suit I bought? Still hanging in my closet. Tags still on it. A week after the honeymoon, Jake texts me. Hey man, I hope we can move past this. You're still my brother. Still his brother. I stared at that message for an hour. Because brothers don't get cut for convenience. Brothers don't get replaced by someone you met last year. Brothers don't get uninvited to keep the peace. I haven't responded, and I don't know if I will. Part of me understands that when you get married, your spouse comes first. I get that, but here's the question I keep asking myself. If your future wife asks you to cut off your lifelong best friend, and you do it without fighting for them even once, were you ever really that close? Did I lose him, or did I finally see where I ranked? So tell me honestly, if you were me, would you forgive him, or is some damage just permanent?